Hello everybody and welcome back to Logan Sounds Off. Today's episode of Logan Sounds Off, I'm going to be talking about Hackney Diamonds, which is the Rolling Stones' most recent album. At the time of recording is the 29th of October, so it was only released 9 days ago. But this has been the newest studio album that has original material, the first one in 18 years from the Rolling Stones. So there's been a lot of anticipation about this. So I'm very excited to share my thoughts with you. First of all, the way this is presented is perfect. I managed to get this on vinyl. It has lovely imagery there. I really like it. And then it's on diamond blue vinyl for me. I know others might have it on green vinyl or blue vinyl because they're being released at the moment, but no, this is amazing. So I'm going to get started on the first song, which is Angry. This is a pumpy single, and it starts off perfectly, and it starts the album off perfectly as well. I love it. It introduces to the listener of what the Rolling Stones are still capable of. Mick Jagger really shows his harsh tones as his vocals throughout the song, and I really love that. And then after that is Get Close, which still has that harsh tones, but it's a lot more relaxed. I really love it. And then you've got Depending on You, which is perfect. I mean, it's perfect as an album. As a song. It is so chilled out. I love it. Then you got Bite My Head Off, which is again really harsh and just really grimy, and I like it. It's explicit though, so just be careful with younger listeners. But no, this is one of my favourite songs on the album. And then you've got Whole Wide World, which is a lovely song. I love the meaning behind it. It's very much don't give up kind of vibe to it, which I really, really love. It shows a different side of the Rolling Stones. It has the voices change all the time. The chords are perfect. The precision, everything. The production as well, the mastering on this song is incredible. I really, really like this song. And this is definitely my favourite song on side A, in fact. And then after that is Dreamy Skies, which is, it's very relaxed and very chilled out, and just, it's kind of like Angry is really, really kind of pumpy and rock and roll. Then Get Close is a bit more ballady. Then you've got Depending on You, which is just chilled out a lot more. Then you got Bite My Head Off, which brings it straight back in to its intense flow. Then you've also got Whole Wide World, which just is perfect. It doesn't have a harsh tone to it or anything. It's just brilliant. Then you've also got Dreamy Skies, which ends the side perfectly. So now on side 2 you got Mess It Up, which is really cool and not brutal, but it's just so powerful. I really like the powerful tones throughout it. I love the guitars, I love the lyrics, I love everything about the song. It wouldn't be my favourite, but I really, really like it. And it moves smoothly into the next couple of songs. It starts off this side perfectly because I feel like Dreamy Skies ended off side A pretty kind of chilled out, whereas side B is a lot more, there's a lot more of a pumpier feeling to it, which I quite like. And I know I'm saying the word pumpy a lot because that's the only word I can describe it. It's just perfect. Then you've got Live by the Sword, which is, it's kind of got a bluesy feel to it, which I really like. It's got this bluesy kind of texture to it, and it moves out of Mess It Up perfectly as well. They both link incredibly well together, which is quite hard for an album to do, because the thing is, I don't understand shuffle play for the reason, unless it's playlist, or with a mixtape or a CD or something, you never put on shuffle play, because you can't do that with the tape, but you know what I mean, like if somebody made a mixtape playlist, because there's a certain order that everything's meant to go in, and I felt that this was such a smooth order, and I really, really liked it. Then you've got Driving Me Too Hard, which is a perfect, really relaxing song that brings, but it's kind of like, with the song, it's kind of, you're fishing out and then you're reeling it back in. You're fishing out and then you're reeling it back in. I love this, but it is a bit hard to keep listening to after a while because of the way it bounces between such genres, but I quite like it. But Driving Me Too Hard smoothly then goes into Tell Me Straight, which I love. This is a beautiful track. I'm gonna start talking about this because let's say I was singing. I'm singing a song that the listener's hearing. Where with this, I don't think the singer was connected to the listener, which I think is good, but you'll hear why I think so. Because this particular singer was singing to somebody else. Somebody distant. Not you, but somebody distant. And I quite liked that. It felt eerie, but it was cool. I don't mean eerie as in it was spooky or anything. I mean eerie as in it was kind of weird, but it was cool. I quite liked it. Then you got Sweet Sounds of Heaven, which was a lovely, lovely song with Lady Gaga. If you don't know who Lady Gaga is, I know a lot of you guys will. Sorry, most of you guys will. If there's anyone who doesn't know, start off with the Star is Born soundtrack. It is beautiful. I really love Sweet Sounds of Heaven. Actually, you can check on the Rolling Stones social media. There are videos of Lady Gaga and the Rolling Stones performing live. So they're already doing stuff. And then Rolling Stone Blues ends off the album perfectly with its nice kind of bluesy, gritty texture. Now, I would love to see another album from the Rolling Stones. I know it might not happen. This could be a final thing. If it is final, if they've said, like, this is the final album, I'm sorry I haven't seen it, but please let me know if that's the case. But I would love to see it. Now, my last thing is what do I rate this? I rate this a solid 5 stars because it is a beautiful, beautiful album. And I can't wait to see more. For the production, chords, tone, mastering, people on this album. The collaborations, like Stevie Wonder was on this, Lady Gaga, Paul McCartney, Elton John. They got so many people in there, and there was such a dedication to their fans. And it just all added up to me giving it a 5 star. This was produced by Andrew Watt, and it was dedicated with love to Charlie Watts. And this is just solid 5 star. Done by Polydor and also Rolling Stone Records, and then also Interscope is Lady Gaga, and then Elton John is Mercury Records. Just sorry, I was leaning over looking at it there. Thank you for listening.